So what's going on, guys? Today I have a new deck tech for y'all. I know it's been a while since I've had one up, and that's partly because of Moto crashing. But I'm back, and I'm gonna start bringing y'all more deck techs. I've recently got a new job. That's one of the reasons why I hadn't been posting them. So we'll go right into it. And to start off, we're gonna hit up with creatures. And we're running 4 Blood Artist, a 0/1 for 1 in the black. Whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So pretty much life gain engine here just because we are running mono black. And then moving on to 3 drops, we're running 4 Phyrexian Crusader, a 2/2 for 1 and 2 black. First strike, pro red, and white. Infect. Pretty much your win con in here is going to be infect, but we have other ways, like through Blood Artist and some stuff in the sideboard. And then we're running 4 Phyrexian Vatmother, 4/5 for 2 and 2 black. Infect. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get a poison counter. Good card since we are running infect. It is a 4/5. It has a fat butt, so it's not really going to die to much. So there we go. Now moving on to the artifacts, we are running 2 Runechanter's Pike. Cost 2 to play. Equipped creature has first strike and gets +X/+O, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Equip cost is 2. We are running a lot of instants and sorceries, so this is a very needed equipment. Speaking of instants and sorceries, we're going to move on to those. We're running 1 Blackmail. Black sorcery, target player reveals 3 cards from his or her hand and you choose one of them. That player discards that card. That way you kind of get to see their hand and you get rid of something. So very, very good card. We're also running 3 Knight's Whisper. 1 in a black. Sorcery, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Pretty much an easier Sign in Blood. That's all it is. And then we're running 3 Inquisition of Kozelik. 1 black sorcery, target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it with converted mana cost 3 or less. That player discards that card. Pretty much to get rid of all of those little cheap annoyances that they might have, which really aren't going to matter. But if they're running, like, I don't know, like Primeval Titan or whatever, it's like, yeah, you want to get rid of all their mana dorks and stuff like that. We're also running 2 Thoughtseize, 1 black sorcery. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. You lose 2 life. Pretty much in there just to be able to get rid of pretty much anything. That's the only reason it's in there. You are going to be losing a lot of life in this deck, hence the Blood Artists. Moving on, we're running 1 Wrench Mind, 2 black sorcery. Target player discards 2 cards unless he or she discards an artifact card, rather. Alright, so the reason I'm only running 1 of these is because almost every time I play in a modern tournament, I play at least, I don't know, 3 affinities. So it's one of those things. I personally don't like 3. I like 1 main, maybe 2, but it's all completely up to y'all. Now moving on to the instants, we are running 1 Victim of Night, 2 black instant, destroy target non-vampire, non-werewolf, non-zombie creature. So pretty much it's in there to get rid of whatever at that point. So just pretty much a versatile card, just another kill card. We're also running 2 Go for the Throat, instant, 1 in a black, destroy target non-artifact creature, just pretty much in there as a backup to Doomblade. So then we're running 4 Funeral Charm, 1 black, choose 1. Target player discards a card or target creature gets +2/-1 until end of turn, or target creature gains Swamp Walk until end of turn. Very versatile card in here. I've made a Inkmoth Nexus like a 6/6 before and just swung for game, and it was glorious. It was great. Moving on, we're running 1 Doomblade, 1 in a black, destroy target non-black creature. Pretty much it's in there against your artifacts and stuff like that. Now I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, go for the throat is a dead card over Doomblade, but I personally don't think so. I like go for the throat more than Doomblade. We're also running 4 Disfigure, 1 black, instant target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Pretty much against Inkmoth, just anything that's going to annoy the hell out of you. And then 1 Devour Flesh, 1 and a black. Instant, target player sacks a creature, then gains life equal to that creature's toughness. Pretty much against Emrakul's, anything you can't really touch. That's pretty much it. That's all it's for. So yeah. And then we're running 1 Phyrexian Arena, 1 and 2 black. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Just pretty much get some card draw in there and have consistent card draw. Now moving on to the lands, we are running 15 Swamp, just your basic land. So just 15 of those. We're running 1 Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, legendary land. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. We are running 7 non-basic lands in here, so this is a needed card. Alright, so we're running 4 Inkmoth Nexus. Also, tap, add 1 to your mana pool, pay 1. It becomes a 1/1 Blink Moth artifact creature with flying and infect until end of turn. It's still a land. Pretty much just your flyer, your random blocker, stuff like that. So, that's the way that is. And then we're also running 2 Haunted Fengraf. Tap, add 1 to your mana pool, pay 3 and tap it, sacrifice Haunted Fengraf, return a creature card at random from your graveyard to your hand. I have this in here just in case they start killing off everything. That way you can at least have a win out there, somewhat. So that's all it's in there for. Now moving on to sideboard, which is set up really weird, and I'm actually going to start at this end of it. We're running 2 Nether Trader, a 1/1 for 2 black, haste, shadow. Whenever another creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay black. If you do, return Nether Trader from your graveyard to the battlefield. Pretty much, this is what I was talking about by those little annoyances. I think it's really good in here, because to me, it's a worse Bloodghast. That's all it is. So, but it does have shadow, so it's going to be able to get in there. So, because hardly anyone ever runs shadow. So, we're also running 1 more Doomblade, another Go for the Throat, another Victim of Night, and then we're running 3 Tormod's Crypts. 0 costing artifact, tap, sack it, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Oh, well, I made you discard an Emrakul. Here, let's go ahead and make sure it's gone. Just stuff like that, little stuff like that. Now, to me, this is a lot better than running Leyline of the Void because it is a 0 cost, but granted, you can't play it like right when the game starts. We're also running 1 more Devour Flesh and another Blackmail in here. Now, we're also running 3 Duresses. Black, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. This will come in pretty much against Storm. Anything like the mirror match, it'll come in. And just stuff like that. And we're also running 2 Pithing Needle. If you watch any of my other deck techs, you know Pithing Needle is in almost every one of them. It's a 1 casting cost artifact. As Pithing Needle enters the battlefield, name a card. Activated abilities and sources with chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Example, Birds of Paradise will still be able to tap for mana, whereas, say, if Deathrite Shaman was still in Modern, he could still make mana, but he couldn't use his other 2 abilities. That's all it's saying. Because I don't know why, but it used to confuse the hell out of me. So, but yeah, there you have it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this deck tech here. If you did, leave me a like, subscribe if you want to. And we will catch y'all next time in this wonderful, wonderful world of Magic.